Africa is going to be incredibly connected to the internet through the mobile internet, and that's going to have a fundamental transformation of the continent overall. So you can start to draw predictions from that. The challenge, of course, is having predicted that there'll be a lot of smartphones and there'll be a lot of internet connectivity. Well, so what? So that's the hard part, right? Because what people tend to do with that highly disruptive technology or platform is very difficult to predict and forecast. So what one has to look at is what people are using it for now. And we're going to be talking about some of that. We'll talk about some of the developmental challenges because generally innovation occurs, and I'm quoting Tom Peters here, innovation normally occurs in an organization when someone is supremely pissed off. And that's exactly what he said. And so it was interesting. I spent, in 1 week, I was in New Delhi and in Lagos in the same week. And I asked people in both cities the same question. And the question was, why is everyone so busy? There's no one standing around doing nothing. Quite a difference to South Africa. And it was like a blur. I was actually getting tired just watching everyone. From children to old people, everyone's moving and everybody seemed to be in a hurry to get somewhere. And the answer in both cities was, in my city, if you don't work, you don't eat. And that was quite a powerful comment. It really moved me because I kind of realized, wow, these are highly productive parts of the world. And so a lot of what's driving innovation is, well, I need to eat. So in order to eat, what is it that I have to do? And I have to remove impediments to eating, and I have to create opportunities to eat. That really talks about the Africa Rising thing. I'll talk about the role of innovation because the fact of the matter is, if I increase oil output out of Nigeria by 10%, I'll increase Nigeria's GDP by 10%. But if I can increase Nigeria's capacity to refine fuel by 10%, I can probably increase Nigeria's GDP by 20 or 30%. If I can then take the fuel and build a plant that converts the plant into textiles or plastics, I can probably increase Nigeria's GDP. I can probably double Nigeria's GDP, okay, with the same oil. Okay, and if I can then take that oil and take it further downstream and extract other kinds of volatiles from it and create other products, I can dramatically change Nigeria's economy to the point where Nigeria is bigger than India. So innovation often is not about creating incremental change, it's about creating radical change. And productivity improvement and continuous improvement is about creating small changes, 5, 10, 15% change, which is how most countries change. But innovation fundamentally transforms the world. And it creates very, very radical change both ways. So you can dramatically grow something, can incredibly destroy something. You know, the price of a book has now dropped from 150 Rand to 1 cent. There are about 4 million books on feedbooks.org or the Gutenberg.org websites. They're free. Okay, and all you pay for is, if you've got a Kindle, you've got WhisperNet, you pay for nothing. Okay, it's free internet access on your Kindle, you can download the book for free. That same book would sell previously for about 200 Rand. So we've destroyed the margin. That's called value chain compression. We see value chain compression occurring in industry after industry, from music to movies to ringtones, screensavers, games, magazines, newspapers. All of this content business has been compressed. Value chain compression has decimated the content industry. Okay, we're just struggling. All the guys in the content industry are struggling to figure out who owns this industry. Is it Kindle? Is it Vodacom? Is it Naspers? Who owns this? Who owns the customer? And so the role of innovation is really important in terms of creating new industries and in terms of absolutely destroying industries. And if Africa is to grow, really, innovation plays a huge role because it's hugely catalytic to create far faster rates of growth than you would otherwise get.